Sorry, what else says? I was my D&D game. I didn't tell you about that. I figure, it takes like 10 minutes for people to know we're live. Uh,
Oh, that's actually perfect. I was gonna say for like a live stream exclusive, if you will.
yeah, dude, it was cool because it's like the very basic. Like it, I think it's legit. No, actually, it is the new starter set. It's like the starter set campaign. If you play D&D, you're gonna play like Lost Mines of Phandelver, and it starts very
Hmm.
simple, where it's like have all your players and they're going someplace and they get
Is that what you're
attacked.
playing?
Yep.
That's
But
what I played.
exactly, it's the starters. It's like the perfect starter set. It's like it's got
Not
your
only that,
dungeons,
but
it's got your towns, it's got your dragons.
it's one of the most popular and it's one of the highest rated. Like people like it. Like everybody likes that. There's not a person that doesn't like that. Even like people that have been playing forever. Like it's the
Dude, because it's
perfect way to start
so
any campaign, and then you can go anywhere.
well, it's so simple that you can just cut stuff, add stuff. Like for me, I thought like, wait, you start in this huge. It's like you start in New York City, and it's not relevant at all. It's like you're in the biggest city in the entire planet, and then you just go to some bumblefuck town to do this to start the game. It's like, wait, why wouldn't you use the city to be like? So I started explaining this badass city that they're in, like Neverwinter and all the stuff that's there, and I brought this huge map up. And then I put him like instead of just starting him on some like dirt road, I put him in this like it's always fun to start people in a tavern, but I put like assassins and pirates and like fish people and all sorts of like crazy people in there, and this huge brawl broke out and they don't know why everyone's fighting each other. And I'm like and
Awesome.
I made sure to throw in like a bunch of like the bad guys that are from the story. Like, and I also made some
The
shit up. Like the bad guys are called like the red brands. So like they're the ones that are starting shit with the players. And it's like one person's like, I want to go over there and gamble with those guys. Like, okay. And then I made him roll dice, and he rolled a 20. And then because I want these guys to be assholes, I'm like, they pulled out their knives and were trying to like rob him. Like, no, actually, you didn't roll. You didn't get that good of a hand. And then because the other bad guys are the Black Spider or whatever is just supposed to be like some mysterious bad guy. I had one of the red brands get assassinated by him, and then the assassins just like disappeared into the. They just ran away. It's kind of funny, like
I
just making stuff up on the fly.
oh yeah. You gotta be careful starting a Neverwinter because I did the same thing. And for the next 2 years, all Bucket wanted to do was go back and assassinate the king
There's
or the
no
mayor or
king.
whoever runs the
There's
place.
no king of Neverwinter.
I've
If
spent
there is
because
a
all
king,
I do all
you
day
gotta
is
kill that
walk. So
motherfucker.
I think because there's actually three sets. So it's that and the essentials is also based off that. It's almost like there's almost three parts. So there's the um starter set and then the essentials set. And that takes place in Phandalin also. And then it's called the Legend of Ice Spire Peak or something like that. That's exactly it takes place like in the same spot, so you can link them together. If I would, I actually did one after the other. If I would have was smarter, I would have probably combined them because a lot of people online combined them and like sort of cherry pick different things
Oh,
to do.
the new because I got like the tokens and whatever. It's like the new what is it called? I don't know, module or whatever. It's like the Lost Mines of Phandelver, and it turns into like the second one. They like combine them into like one book.
Oh, it already did. How cool is that? And then I think by the end of because then there's yours might actually automatically include it. The Essentials kit has a free um, sequel to that that's like online only, so you can like download everything through D&D Beyond or something like that. And
Yeah,
that
that's what I
actually
used.
takes you to Neverwinter in that one.
The thing that stinks about D&D and Beyond is that it doesn't have like for some reason, I don't know why they want to keep letting other companies make money that they can just be making themselves. It's like they don't let you have like the tokens. They finally like 17 years late because everyone else has like their own thing to play D&D online. They finally figured out that they should put their maps on something you can pay a subscription for. But their tokens kind of suck, so it's like a lot of the tokens are just like look exactly the same. So I just kind of work that into the story. I'm like, I have like this two really old ladies. That's like they were like running the bar. They're like twin sisters,
Oh, that's cool.
and everyone started causing a fight. So they just kind of one of them went into the back room, and one of them just ducked under the bar like they were hiding. But then like the one sister brings out a cannon, and the other sister had a double barrel shotgun. I'm like, yeah. If fights are gonna be breaking out, I figured that makes sense. If fights are gonna be breaking out in your magical tavern all the time, you should probably be like locked and loaded.
Did everyone enjoy the time? It's an easier
I,
campaign to do too than the last one you did. So like it should be pretty straightforward and people
we got like
should really have a
halfway
good
through
time.
it before, and then like we had to like stop playing, and they don't really remember what happened. So I'm like, cool, it's all fresh to you guys.
Oh, well yeah. Well, I mean, I figured you were starting over, so that's really cool. But I mean, just in general, people had a good time playing during your Friday night family D&D
I mean, they're
fun.
kind of learning, and they were like confused why there's like all these people fighting, but that's not necessarily bad. I'm like, yeah, well, come next time you can ask questions and figure out why all these people were killing each other.
I love how that game starts. It's like classic choose your own adventure book. Be like, well, you're driving to you're delivering something. Oh no, this thing is broken down. Oh, I see blood. Should we follow the blood trail? Oh, there's a goblin. Should we follow the goblin or kill it? Like it's so, oh, there's a cave. Should we go in the cave? And then the book is so smart too, where it's like, well, if they say no and they just go right to Fandolin, the guards won't let them in because they're like, well, we're wait or somebody or the merchant or something's like, oh, well, our the guy you were supposed to meet here never showed up. I wonder what could have happened. And then your players are like, oh, I wonder if he was the bloodstain. It's such a perfect book, dude.
Dude, my the last time we
Between
played,
doing mine and watching I probably spent hundreds of hours researching that goddamn thing. It's just, I haven't memorized. It's so good.
dude, the last time we played, it's like there's like the bad guys have their own little mini castle, like on the top of the hill, look overlooking the city, and it's like there's like the book writes in like 4 or 5 different ways you can try to get them into the castle. My one friend's like, you know what? I'm just gonna start doing a bunch of crimes with them, and I'm gonna get in good with them, and then I'm gonna let you guys in. And like somehow they get in and they're rolling really well, and then they start rolling really not well. And I was like, well, shit, what do I do? They're really losing this fight. So I just had them all get knocked out because they're supposed to be like find their way into this castle anyway, and they went a completely different way than I was. That's even in the book. So I just had them. I had them wake up in a prison cell in the castle, so that they were where I needed them to be, and they had so much fun trying to figure out how to get out of this room.
That's awesome. There's also a thing of that in the in one of the dungeons in this campaign where there's a spot where your party could split, and there's a point where one of your players could end up in jail and end up in trying to get themselves out.
My niece like wanted to play, but she couldn't play every week, so I just made like a joke where it's like her character just can teleport, but it doesn't know how to control it. So sometimes she's in like another dimension or whatever, and sometimes is back there. So they're trying to it basically turned into a puzzle on accident where she keeps trying to teleport them out of the jail cell, and they just keep cramming like everyone into the same jail cell. And then finally, like when they figured out, finally like the barbarian just grabs the guard and like yanks him and it's like mugs him basically through the bars. And then I'm like, yeah, just so you know, that thing on the wall was like a magic jammer. That's why you guys couldn't get out. And the real reason is like I don't want them to like completely ruin my game by teleporting where they want to go.
All right. Well, that was your live stream exclusive, friends. Are we ready to start the Stardom Fan podcast proper? I mean, Chris is here. That's all we need. Chris,
Hell yeah.
if there's any sound issues or Juno is the producer here. If he needs to adjust any levels, feel free to be acting super producer and let him know. So I guess we'll do this thing right. I did want to say too, and I'm going to say this early because so that way I can cut it out. Another exclusive is how the sausage is made. Usually when we do something, although I think this Starlight one might be one of the best ones we ever do because I think a lot of it is just going to be fun talking. Don't be afraid because obviously there's notes and stuff. Like any awkward pauses or something as we read or look something up real quick, always gets fixed in the magic of post production. So that is another live stream exclusive. Is all our So what with the magic of production, we sound like geniuses on these episodes. Also, if for some reason it veers off to another path like D&D or I don't know, Kane versus the Undertaker for some reason, that's always okay. I figure in our fun Stardom fan
Yo, did
ways.
you?
And if it ends up being
Well,
short, that's cool too. Like I'd like to maybe go 45 to an hour, but if it ends up being 25-minute bite size, I mean, sometimes the less of us, the better.
can you believe, dude? One of my friends was trying to tell me that Kane and Undertaker weren't really brothers, and I'm like, dude, are you stupid? Like WWE loves brother tag teams, right? You got Kane and Undertaker. You got like the Hardy Boys, they're also brothers. You got the Devon, like the Dudley Boys, like they're brothers. It's like they love the
Obviously,
tag team
Edge,
brother teams.
Edge and Christian, they were
Edge and
brothers.
Christian, yeah, they're brothers.
Um, uh, Billy and Bart Gunn, and then
Yeah.
their third brother, the Road Dog.
Team Little Big, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair, they're brothers.
Obviously, brothers.
There's the Good Brothers.
Oh,
Anyways,
welcome to this week's special edition of the Stardom Fan Podcast. I'm Mark.
I'm Juno.
Hey, buddy. Real quick, I'd like to welcome you all. And today we are going to have a fantastic show, but what did I say I wanted to do? Just an update. Things are changing a little bit. If you're a YouTube, or maybe not changing, but going back to the way they used to be or supposed to be, if you are one of our 6,000 Japanese subscribers who log in to watch our clip videos, those are going on hiatus because the podcast is where the passion is, and this is sort of where we want to go. So, in the meantime, you can watch us, practice your English, talking to us if you like, and that would be awesome. Welcome aboard. If we lose like a subscriber or two, I mean, sometimes that happens too, but we're gonna rebuild our podcast community and stuff like that. Anything you want to say about the change? Oh, and also, I always do that. I ask you a question and then bring it back to one last thing I said. We're gonna try to get back on a schedule like we used to do because the clips and the clip shows were taking a lot of time. But we want to sort of get back on the podcast schedule. So it'll probably be the live stream live on YouTube, youtube.com/StardomFan, or go to StardomFan.com. You can grab watch the live stream if you set the notifications. It'll also be re-uploaded in podcast version probably by the following Thursday, and also on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, like literally everywhere after that. So that is what we have going on, huh?
Yeah, man, it was. We were starting to go like well over a month without doing a live stream to record a podcast, and that's not okay. And then when we would do it, it was only for like a big show, and it was almost feeling like a chore where it's like, I love watching Stardom with you, and I love talking with you guys about it. And it was starting to feel like a chore to do both, where it's like, oh shit, gotta find time where I can plan to watch the show, and now I'm not enjoying the show as much. And then I gotta squeeze in where I'm talking about this one show. And then by the time we get to another show, I'm like stressing, like, we haven't recorded another one in a while, so this is gonna be good.
God forbid there's something like five-star season or uh, fight week in May, and there's like, oh my god, there's 5 shows this week. I guess we got to call off of work. So
And
yeah,
you know
going
what?
back to a nice simple
We're going back to
podcast
what we
schedule is going to be so much better.
like when we do a whole episode talking about Stardom cookies. It's like, what's going on? Oh, this is the biggest tournament in all of wrestling right now, and we don't feel like talking about that this week. You know what we're going to talk about? Starlight Kid. Why?
Dude, it's
Because we
been,
want to.
if we're gonna bring this back and to concentrating on the podcast, our most popular series at one point was like we might have called it "Who Are They" or "Who Is It," and it started off with the idea came when Colors first came out. And we were like, "Who are these girls?" And I'm like, "We're gonna teach you. Don't listen to that one because we did a very bad job." However, after that, there was great
Mm.
episodes like Utami, which is probably the most clicked on video of all or podcast of all time. So they do get good. So we figured, why not
Oh, speaking of,
this little
shout out.
Stardom fan two?
Gotta rep
Oh,
the.
who's that?
Gotta. It's the. Oh, ah! I gotta rep the Utami hoodie.
Oh, nice, dude. Well, that was perfect. That wasn't even planned. How do you like that? So we figure this Stardom Fan 2.0
Point point.
podcast sort of relaunch. We're just going to go ahead and hit it with our best series. And who is Starlight Kid Juno? The
Can I
question is
just
nobody knows.
say that?
The
Yeah,
answer is nobody knows.
I was literally about to say, like, when we do these like meet the wrestler. That's what I like to call 'em, meet the wrestler. Who are they? Whatever. We try to like look up about a wrestler because usually wrestlers have interesting lives. You don't. It's not usually your first career choice. Unless you're insane, and then it's like you probably also still have a unique backstory. But Starlight Kid, I'm trying to look up what I can about because I'm more interested in like what they do before wrestling because everybody can just go on Wikipedia or Cage Match and see they won this title and they tagged with this person and that's interesting. But I'm trying to figure out what this person's really like. And it turns out Starlight Kid is like, Tam Nakano can erase her age from the internet. Starlight Kid can erase everything about her. So I had to use like Chat GPTs and all those other GPTs or whatever. And then I try to go back to the links they share and try to like fact check it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know. She's erased like I don't from about your research like there's nothing on Starlight Kid. I mean there's a little bit, but it's like nothing I could like corroborate.
The
That's like
stuff
a
about
disclosure.
well, it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, we are Stardom fan and not Stardom news, as we have said in the past. So if her name is really out there, yeah,
I
you
don't
know,
want to
we
know
don't
it.
even want to know.
Yeah.
We don't want to know it at this point. She doesn't want us to know it. I don't want to know it. Tam Nakano is 1,000 years old, and Starlight Kid. That is her given name, Starlight, comma Kid. It was
Yeah.
almost just like, is it possible she's an android? Maybe she was built and then just like plop into a Stardom ring? Because that's almost, other than interviews, there was like we got this big shout out, huh, to and that's some talk about a little bit later too. The sports graphic number website is
Yeah.
probably the best sports website in the world. Like they have, if you're a wrestling fan, they have everything. Uh, But like, but every sport too. But boy, do they take the time and do great interviews with our Stardom girls and wrestlers in general. So every now and again, she would in old interviews, she would point out like her mom was a wrestling fan that got her into it. She would say, "Yeah, I started when I was young, and I used to cry when I had to go to school, but I liked going to wrestling." And I think at one point, from like 2016 to 2017, she even took a break because she was doing bad in school, and we're like, "All right, you got to concentrate on your books if you want to be a wrestler."
Yes. Oh, that's funny because I knew. Let's see. This is good when we both do our research. I knew she took a break. I didn't know why. That's funny. Just like yeah, you you're doing too awesome at being a wrestler and not enough at like we're gonna get arrested if you don't finish school.
I know
Is
their
that a thing in
schools are a little
Japan?
bit different, but
That's
she's
gotta be
14. I mean, that's basically a freshman, right? So by the time 2016 rolls around, she's going into her junior to senior year, and so like someone's got to just be like, "Listen."
Do they have that in Japan? Do they have
You gotta hit the books here.
do they have truancy? Like, can your parents be arrested if you skip school in Japan? Like, she had made a lot of shows when she was like 14 or like 15 years old.
You didn't happen to look up that, did you?
If her parents got
I saw
arrested,
she wrestled a lot, and then no, like how her rookie work rate. I saw that she like I didn't get a number, but I saw she wrestled a lot. She even wrestled a lot on TV, and she lost a lot, sort of paying her dues.
you can look it up. Um, I noticed something. I'm like, well, she wears a mask, and why does she wear a mask? And I've saw some things where it's like, lucha inspired or whatever. But like we were talking before the podcast, I'm like, does that necessarily mean because you wear a mask that means you're like a luchador? Can't you just like think it's cool?
Everything that I saw, yeah, said Lucha. Well, like right here in the notes, she real real name, age, and birthplace are undisclosed, honoring lucha libre mass traditions. To which I always, I might be the oddball out, but apparently you too a little bit. Just because she's wearing a mask, I didn't assume lucha. I just assumed
Well, isn't there
Starlight Kid.
also
She was her own thing.
there's
Was
like
Kane a
Tiger,
luchador?
there's like Ultimo Dragon, there's Liger, there's Tiger Mask. Like there's a lot of Japanese wrestlers who wear masks. They don't have to be. There's the Super Stardom wrestling machine that some people say looks a lot like Lady C. I mean, I don't really see it, but
No, I don't either.
or
Different
sorry,
types,
super strong Stardom machine. Some people say it looks like Saida. Super
different
tall
forms. Yeah,
Stardom
one of them.
machine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I just obviously it's because she was a like a 14-year-old when she started wrestling, and she's like, I don't need people to know who I am. I think that's the main reason.
I
I think
saw
it.
a thing there. I could see that being a thing. I also saw an article that said Rossi threw her in the mask. I think that was before he lost his mind, right? And when he was still a genius. And
Well,
I
maybe
don't
she
know,
was just.
just a dig for no reason. I don't know. Sorry about that.
Maybe she was just like embarrassed about like being in front of in public or whatever. And she's like, all right, well, let's put you in a mask.
Well, you
Maybe.
know, she said in one of the articles I was going through, she actually said when it came to the mask, she liked it because it made her feel bigger. Like she's sort of on the small side right now, right?
Yeah.
Imagine her what 8 years ago. Like she was tiny, and she said it sort of made her feel bigger and wrestle bigger, just sort of like an alter ego. Now she's a superhero, to which I think her original gimmick, and you might know a lot better than me, because I didn't watch any of her Stars stuff, and you're sort of the historian of our group here. She was supposed to be like the sort of cosmic superhero good guy, right?
I mean, I don't know how much was planned.
Could have just happened on accident.
Dude, she's like 4'10" now, and she had like probably two or three growth spurts. Like she was like the underdog. It's like Rudy. You can't not root for Starlight Kid when she's. You mean you can tell she's actually a child and like she's still putting in the same amount of effort she is today as like the white belt champion? I mean, it doesn't hurt that you have a nice, like, flashy, colorful mask and you're tag teaming with Mayu Iwatani.
You have who was in that original Stars group. Also saw that she like really looked up to her too. Mayu. She was trained by Fuka, who we've talked about before, longtime wrestler and early trainer in Stardom. Um, but she really liked being with Mayu, and eventually was brought into Mayu's Stars group. Do you happen to remember? Stars is a fascinating group. Do you remember who ended up being in that original class? Or is that not even the original Stars class?
Um, just like the greatest wrestlers of all time. You have Mayu Iwatani, Starlight Kid, Tam Nakano, Arisa, Hoshiki. Pretty much they just had to nerf stars. They were too good. They had to split stars into like 3 or 4 different factions. Got the Cosmic Angels, got Neo Genesis is basically a split off of stars. Unexus V kinda. They all just want to be Mayu, man. That's what you have to learn. Every single wrestler on the planet, including AJ Styles, wants to be Mayu Iwatani.
Well, yeah, he always said that, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, let's see. Did you so her career? This I feel like I knew, but it was like surprising to like rehear it. That Starlight Kid was the first ever future of Stardom champion. So they like made a belt saying this girl is the future.
Wow, I don't have that. What year was that?
Um,
That is
2019.
awesome. Wow, great. Then when did the big rookie have it? Did she destroy? That's the is that when did Utami come out?
I wanna. I don't know. Don't get me. I'm not gonna have my timeline right.
Oh, I'm not gonna let facts get in the way of a good
Wait.
story.
No, no, sorry. I think she won it in March 2018, and then Utami beat her in January 2019. I think that's right.
Of
So we
course it
have
is.
so Starlight Kid could have had a legendary Hanan, Rina, Kina style futures run, but sometimes you run into the big rookie. It happens. That is actually one of my favorite starter matches of all time.
That is fantastic. She beat. Well, which one? Before I go on.
Utami versus Starlight Kid for the futures belt.
Oh, I don't think I've watched that. Oh, you know what I was gonna say, Juno? What I want to do after shows like this, since we're bringing it back to the podcast and to the Discord family and stuff like that, being more of the community, was after the show, if we have time, maybe hop into the Discord and do a watch along of one of our favorite matches. So maybe that's one to do. Starlight versus Utami. I've never seen it.
It's pretty good, man.
Cool. Let me write that down. I have that needed Ruaka. Starlight beats Ruaka for the belt, for that Futures belt, and then lose. Yeah, and this might not all be right. And then loses to Saida. Oh, Starlight would have had it after Utami.
Oh, by the
She
way,
might
I
not have
did
been
find
first.
the only thing I found out about her parents is that her mom was like a huge like all Japan women's like AJPW fan. And then
Neo wrestling. I
yeah, I
saw
saw
that too, but I couldn't verify it anywhere, so that's why I didn't bring that up. But apparently, yeah, I
isn't
thought I heard that
Neo
too. Is that her mom loved the some women's wrestling when Starlight was young, so that's what gave her the bug.
isn't Neo like the belt that like the high speed belt? Like didn't they just steal the Neo belt? Because it's still got their. I don't know if it's that wrestling company, but like the high speed belt still has the logo of the company they stole it from. Like literally stole the belt from.
Oh, that's fucking cool. I actually tried to make a bridge between Neo, the first wrestling that Starlight watched, to Neo Genesis, the group that she's now leading, but I couldn't. I should have just made up a story because, like you said, why let the facts get in the way, right? But I couldn't
Yeah.
quite bridge that. I couldn't quite bridge that 10-year gap. uh, Yeah, so I don't want to fact check, but it is interesting. I think Starlight might have had it after Utami, or maybe
What?
not. The future belt, taking it from Ruaka and then losing it to Saida.
No, I think Starlight was the first Futures champion.
This is
I
why you don't
thought.
chat. Well, this is why you don't chat
Oh, maybe
GPT on
she's
the
the se-
fly. This is why you need. This is why you need to fact
All right,
check.
she could
Usually,
always be.
that's why I have handwritten notes just for that reason. Hey, Chris even says that's okay was the first one. Hey, my large language model isn't as good as yours. In fact, and super producer Chris says it's right. It's
You
obviously
know,
right.
as someone, a great philosopher once said, "I have no
Mhm.
inspiration, just my imagination."
What
Hailing from
another
New
great
Jeans.
philosopher said was, unless you're listening to the live feed right now, you're not going to hear any of the stuff where I was just wrong. The real magic is you clap, and then that spikes the wave file, so I know where to cut it.
Yeah, we never really figured that out. You're like we tried that at the beginning when we were like clap and we could never get it timed right. And then when we did get it timed right, we are like, you know what? I don't understand why people aren't clapping. I just have a really loud clap at the beginning of every recording.
Starlight
So,
Kid was born in a Stardom ring in the Stardom dojo, and at the age of 14 years old, she had a colorful mask. She was basically a superhero, and she was awesome. Do you have anything to say about? I would, unless you can think of a next logical place to go. We're closing in on the times where we saw it. She was in Stars for a little while, but what I love was her.
you
Like, do you
can't.
have anything to say about Stars to Oedo Tai?
Yeah, you can't skip over the great dude. She's peaked. She's not. She's trying to get back to like her peak with like this white belt run, but you can't just skip over like her and Mayu, like the MK sisters. Like that's the
Yeah, no,
greatest
tell me all
Stardom
about it.
tag.
I didn't watch any of that.
It's the greatest Stardom tag team of all time. I think that Starlight Kid. I'm trying to think here. You know what? No, EO. Starlight Kid is Mayu Iwatani's greatest tag team partner. I don't care about EO and Mayu winning like 17 tag team titles together. No, they won. I think EO and Mayu won like two tag team titles together, but it was like well, you know, everything is sped up in Stardom, so it's like they basically had a Bruno Sammartino run with those tag team belts, but in Stardom timeline, it was probably like a year, like 2 years. And Mayu in Starlight Kid is still better because Mayu was like the
Dude,
big sister, Starlight was like the little sister, and it's like, oh man, it was so fucking good. Starlight Kid gets in the ring because she's got to show Mayu that like I'm. It's like if you're looking up to your big sister, you can't let your big sister get in there and get her ass kicked. So Starlight would always start off the match hot, and she's flying around the ring. And then you just picture like Starlight can sell her ass off, and then Mayu gets the hot tag. Oh, nothing's better than that. And then they'd usually like probably lose to Oedo Tai because Oedo Tai were bitches.
there was a time when Oedo Tai was good, right? Like, no, that
I
was a
mean,
different show.
yeah, when they curb stomped SLK in a cage match and threw her out of the group, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that happened. But before that happened, I think the only time I saw MK Sisters, they might have did one of those reunite things for like one of the an opening match for one of the New Japan shows. I might have seen that. But that is
Um,
awesome.
I don't know.
So during that time, the stars are actually really cool. I did bring it up. What was that stars group? So that stars group is insane. Like, so what I see is basically Io, Kyrie, and Mayu
Wait,
Iwatani
wait.
were like hanging out, just being awesome.
Rizzo said that Starlight Kid's the goat.
Oh, thanks, dude.
You can't argue with
You're the
that.
goat.
I mean, I could argue with that.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you, buddy.
She's the
Chris with a
third.
donation is the top kawaii of the Stardom fan. Says so is the top kawaii the Cosmo Starlight Kid is my goat. Bye, boy. You know what? Honestly, Grizz, when I said to June, I'm like, how do you want to really get back into concentrating on the podcast? And he thought about you. He's like, I saw my man take a photo of his San Francisco Giants while wearing a Starlight Kid hat. So I mean, oh, donate
Yeah.
audio not working. All right, that's a bug. Thank you, acting super producer Chris.
Oh,
We'll have to fix that on the next thing. That's why I didn't get the jump scare, Juno. That's why I didn't know it happened.
I could probably fix that.
Well, gonna have to keep asking for more donates to make sure it worked or not. We're never gonna know.
Can I fix that?
Uh,
I don't know. I don't even know why it's broke. I probably can't fix that. I'm just happy that I hit live and it actually worked and it's not buffering, it's not crashing.
yeah, you're not wrong about any of that. Um, anyways, what I was before I was kindly interrupted. Thank you, Chris. Um, Starlight Kid is in the original like Stars group or the 2018 group. So it looks like basically Io Shirai, Kyrie, and Mayu are just like destroying everything because some would say that they were the greatest of all time. Two of them leave and Mayu stays and she's like, I need to replace my friends. And what does she do? She grabs Saki Kashima. She grabs Sam Nakano. She grabs a rookie member during formation. I don't know who Shiki is. But then she grabs Starlight Kid, the youngest member, and says, listen, you're going to carry us to the top, kid.
Hmm.
And I'm reading Starlight Kid was positioned as the future ace of stars, taken regularly with Mayu and Tam in her early years.
Kinda.
Future ace. That's what I used to call Hanan. That's why I was just when I just read that, I was like, wow.
It's funny because it's hard to talk about like if you're gonna talk about Starlight Kid, you gotta talk about Tam Nakano, who joins. She like joins Stars and then basically stabs them in the back. Because people don't remember. I don't know if it was actually official, but Stars was a pretty big group, and then Tam Nakano steals like talent poaches. I know that's a new concept to Stardom. Talent poaches Mina Shirakawa and Unagi and forms Cosmic Angels, and then it's like blood in the water, and the shark starts circling. Oedo Tai sees that like Stars is on the rocks, and they start just messing with him like relentlessly. So I don't know how to like. Basically, it leads to like Oedo Tai keeps beating Stars because they keep cheating, and then finally they do Oedo Tai versus Stars, and it's the loser. I don't know how to work. I don't know exactly how it worked out, like the stipulation, but Oedo Tai cheats, Stars loses, and Starlight Kid gets dragged to Oedo Tai, literally dragged to Oedo Tai. Like she's crying in the
kicking,
middle of the ring.
screaming, crying.
The
This is
only
like
good thing that Natsuko Tora has ever done, she just picks Starlight Kid over her shoulder and just kidnaps her and takes her to the back.
dude, it was insane. Was death their kidnapping or their stealing of death before or after
Oh,
that? It was
that
around the
was
same time too.
I think that was a little before. Yeah, they they stole they stole the clown. How
Invader
much
death, right?
how much do you how much does you want to talk about how bitchy Oedo Tai was? They stole the clown. And then they stole the king.
Yo, and that was I think what we've really fit. So this is where it really hits up because this is when I think I first started watching. Right? I mean, we're about 2021. This is the start of Starlight Kid Oedo type, but not originally by choice. Is like I'm getting into this wrestling that I've never seen before, and it's like amazing. And all of a sudden, it's May. Does that sound about right? Whenever like I hear it, my timeline, I always think the cool stuff happens in May, and Starlight is literally like kidnapped and screaming, and Mayu vows that she will win her friend back.
um yeah, she would it was funny. Like Starlight Kid's masks are so fucking cool. Like you gotta picture her. I mean, now if you know her now, like basically picture her Neo Genesis mask. But in Stars, like she's always wearing like white and pink and rainbow and all these like bright color masks. And then she's like joins Oedo Tai and she's sad and she's not smiling and she's crying and she's sulking, and you just see like every single week, like if like the first week there's a little bit of black fur, and then it's like it just shifts, and now it's like there's a little bit of black like uh not turquoise sequins like, and it's like to a certain point her mask just starts shifting where it's like half of her mask is a rainbow colorful and the other half is pitch black. Like she's like slowly shifting towards the dark side. And she would do this thing where instead of waving to all the fans, she's just kind of like in a trance where she just stares at them. And then it's like her in ring style slowly starts to change. That she's hanging out with all these bad guys. Like at first she starts like, oh yeah, now she'll definitely stomp on your throat. Or yeah, maybe she's gonna hold that submission a little bit longer, and you can just kind of see the shift.
I that's all like if there's some like runs like you want to go back and watch. Like some people want to go back and watch a couple months of Jerry Lawler in Memphis. You know, maybe you want to watch some of the original NWO. What you should really do is watch
Okay,
Starlight Kid embrace the dark side. Like, yo,
this might be a weird thing to say. I don't know why you said Jerry Lawler. And I mean, if you're talking about Jerry Lawler, you of course think of the greatest women's champion of all time, Andy Kaufman. There's a
I was
there's a
just talking about
world's
wrestling I wanted to watch.
well, yeah, me too. Like, in heaven, eventually, like, just picture a dream. Like my dream match. Now that you said that, is Andy Kaufman versus Starlight Kid. And then
Oh,
maybe
she might even have him by a couple pounds. Mm.
say also same time Tora got hurt. Oh yeah. True. So like Tora got hurt, and then Starlight was like the best. That was even before
Bef-
Momo got there, so she was basically the leader for sure.
when oh my god, that was my favorite Oedo tie. But before we get there, was there not? uh, I didn't look it up because for some reason I thought you had it memorized. Wasn't there a tournament or like a gauntlet, like an Mayu Iwatani, like literally by herself versus all of Oedo Tai? And if she wins back Starlight. Like, didn't something
Well,
like that happen? And then Mayu did win, and Starlight was like, "Nah, I'm cool." Did that happen?
yeah, yeah. So basically, like I'm saying, this whole time of Starlight slowly turning to the dark side, where her clothes start getting darker, and she starts like being moody, and she starts cheating. And I mean, I don't have the exact timeline, but it had to have been like months have gone by and before she challenges um, Oedo Tai to one more match. And they basically said, "All right, Mayu, you want one more match?" And she had to face like basically all of, I don't know how many, but like basically all of Oedo Tai in a gauntlet match versus herself. And I, it's funny because like I think she like beats Fukian and she beats Furuaka and she beats Rina, and it's like because it's a gauntlet match. There's a break in the action every time she like gets a pin somehow. They all jump on it like in the ring and start beating her, and then finally it comes down to like I think the last person is like Tora and Mayu, and they all just decide to get in the ring with all their chains and bats and chairs and just beat the living hell out of her. And they cut a promo while she's like dead on the ground. Oh, actually, Mayu, unless I'm getting the matches mixed up, is like chained to like the ring post, so she can't even stand up. And they all just start cutting like a promo about how she's a loser, and they beat her ass, and she, like Stars is finished. And then Mayu takes the mic and she goes, "Wait a minute, did I just win by DQ?" Like these asshole heels just wanted to beat Mayu so bad that they lost the match on accident. And then she's like, "Starlight, you can come back to join our group now." And Starlight was like, "Mayu, it's like you waited so long to like try to win me back, and even if you did it sooner, I still wouldn't join you because I respect you too much and I want to stand out on my own. And then one day, you and I will have a match and I'll beat you and you can join my group." And
Dude, not only did so I didn't really when we started watching, it was like sort of I didn't realize or watch Starlight as like the biggest baby face of all time. And in one of her interviews, she said when she was in Stars, like she was considered sort of the good guy honor student, which also makes sense because she was young, right? By the time, not only does like she end up embracing this dark side of Oedo Tai, like come to the dark side. That was my Vader voice. She ends up like embracing it, like thriving in it, dude. Like this version of Starlight Kid is by far the great. I don't know for what 2 years, if maybe not that long, but boy, Oedo Tai Starlight, once she turned does the same moves, but like you said, it's just a little meaner. She's going to hold on to that hold a little longer. Maybe she'll throw in a choke in there. Maybe she'll taunt you more. Maybe she'll steal Mirai's only gimmick on the claps for SLK. Like she she ends up with this attitude, this cocky attitude, right? But then and backs it up because she was amazing.
oh,
Tora's gone.
there's like this thing, you know, yeah, speaking of attitude, there's like this thing because of Io Shirai liked Lucha that she had like a Lucha mask, and then people in Stardom started copying her where they were all wearing the stupid Lucha masks that I hate. And then Starlight Kid said, "You know what? I'm an actual masked wrestler. You guys," she actually had a good point, which is always funny when the heel has like a good point. She's like, "That's offensive to masked wrestlers everywhere. Basically, like you're wearing a costume. But more importantly, it's offensive to me." So she would
I
every
almost
time.
forgot to bring up Mask First Mask.
Was
She
that during the five
basically all
star?
through Queen's Quest. Well, she did it. I don't. I probably have it up on the computer somewhere, but that's I'm scrolling. But basically, and wasn't it? Was it most of the Queen's Quest girls? Because didn't she like?
Mostly anyone who had a
Yeah, because
mask.
she was. It was.
Koguma
Yeah, it was
too.
all basically Mask First Mask. Is like. That's right. Jesus, everyone but Mayu, she stole their mask. Yeah, all Mask First Mask stuff. Starlight won every match. She became the mask collector. Do you remember that cape she had? She would like put her cape out and she just had masks dangling down like she was a demon, like collecting souls.
She had like
Fuck, I
yeah,
almost
she had like
forgot about that.
she had like 8 different masks just hanging like. And then there's the other time, and man, there's so many good things for her. There was the time she has like the cool Starlight Kid's so cool she wears a mask over her mask. She has the over masks that she only wears during her entrances. And then she started carrying a third mask. On the back it just said like you're a loser. And then if she beat you, she'd put that mask on your head and then slap the loser sticker on it. Oh, so good.
Dude. Yeah, there's a version of Starlight Kid there that was amazing.
By the
So
way, it's
fucking
like I
good,
don't want
dude.
to talk just about a little bit about Mayu about that DQ match that she won. It was so funny because it was so sad watching her just like lose Starlight Kid to the dark side after she just like she was so close to winning the match outright, and then Oedo Tai cheats, and even though Mayu technically won by DQ, she got like beaten to a pulp. But then they're playing Oedo Tai's music as like after they cut their promo on Mayu, and then Mayu says, "Wait a minute." No, no, no. Didn't I win the match? She's like, play my music. And she's like, and then they started playing like her regular music. And she's like, no, 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 not that one. And she starts doing the trumpet. She's like, do that one. She's like, I won the match. I'm like, yeah,
On the
Mayu,
fly.
you technically won the match.
Oh, so fucking good, dude.
There was like the
At
time,
this,
I could just go on and on and on. There's like the time when not only did she beat Natsupoi for her high speed title, but then she got on the mic and made her cry. There's another time when she literally gaslit and just like bullied Momo Watanabe so bad that she turned on Queen's Quest and just joined the
dude,
dark side.
that that
That is straight up Stockholm syndrome.
that rivalry was so mean. Like
It
Starlight
was
was like
bad.
dropping like bombs. Like, whoa, Momo, you just got fat and ugly. Like, what? Like Starlight, calm the fuck down.
Well, the Momo had the best line where she's like after like one of like their because it built to like Queen's Quest versus Oedo Tai. And like this like a hardcore match, or maybe it was a regular match or some shit. I don't know, but it's this big match on a pay per view, and it's like the final match right before it, and they're cutting the promos on each other, and Starlight's just calling like Momo is just like you're lazy and you're fat, and then Momo is just like Starlight, I might be fat. But one day it's like I could just like hit the gym and lose weight. It's like you take that mask off and you're always gonna be ugly.
God, Momo.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah. I know. I tell you what, during the Momo podcast, Momo being fucking Oedo Tai is my favorite version of her too, and it's still going on. So that's great. Um, boy, Starlight can just keep the gift that keeps on giving here. What do you think about at this time too? Starlight becomes the high speed champion.
Oh, that was besides Mayu probably the only time I liked that belt. Like, well, Natsupoi and Starlight. But then again, they were
Dude,
kind of feuding over that belt a lot. Dude, I would think? You know what I think? I think we don't even need a white belt. It's like I feel like the high speed belt should be like the old school Intercontinental belt. Like that's the belt for Roddy Piper and Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart and Owen Hart. I don't know. It feels like the white belt to me feels like the second world title. And I don't feel like we need to. Like it's just too similar. I don't know. That could be me
well,
nitpicking.
when there's a really good white belt champion, I mean that's for sure. Um, the high speed this lost. How many days was that? It's not too many. She gets a Starlight. Oh man, is that all Starlight does? Is beat Natsupoi for titles? Beats Natsupoi for the high speed championship
Yeah.
in August of 2021, August 29th. Uh, so and then loses at the beginning of 2022 to Izumi, and has five successful defenses in like 4 months. All right, maybe 6 months. But dude, like the reason I bring that up is now it almost feels like there's no title matches. Like Starlight was fucking working hard.
I think May is like I think May is one of the longest reigning high speed
Probably.
champions. I feel like she hasn't defended her belt at all.
I know some of these belts just get forgotten, which is also what why I wanted to bring up Starlight's high speed championship run because though it's short, I've always thought of her as like the high speed champion. Like those matches were great. Kashima, Momo, uh, Koguma when Koguma came back and she was the high speed genius. Uh, and then losing to Izumi, which many say was a match of the year candidate, and doing the fist bump at the end that made it onto like the Stardom website as the Forever Foes. Like there was something about that few months that like just in my mind put Starlight like at the top.
By
Like
the
it
way,
just
since
made sense.
you made a good point. So Starlight Kid wins the high speed championship from Natsupoi. And then she wins her she wins her first and only high speed title from Natsupoi. Then she wins her first Artist of Stardom championship with Saki Kashima and Watanabe versus Donna Del Mondo. So she beats Mai Himipoi. And then she wins her second Artist of Stardom championship versus Natsupoi. And then she wins her first ever Wonder of Stardom championship versus Natsupoi. It's like all she does is beat on the poi.
It's funny because on the latest interview she had, she brought up that obviously she considers herself in a class and rivals, even though they're friends, with Azumi, Natsupoi, and Sayori these days. And that never really dawned on me because they've never really seemed to have gone face to face or really Stardom has really embraced it. But yeah, when you actually look at the history,
It's like rock paper
where
scissors.
we always thought Azumi exactly, Azumi always for until recently, Azumi always beat Starlight. Yeah, it's almost like Starlight just has poise number no matter what, huh?
Yep. Oh man. Now I want to look that up. I want to look up like her 1v1 matches versus Natsupoi.
Yeah, do that for a second. It's a perfect time for a couple minute break if you don't mind. At the
Mm,
hour mark, I need to take a break. Does that work for you? Does it ruin your flow?
yes.
It's a good break. It doesn't ruin your flow. Deal with it. I'll be back in a minute.
Doesn't matter. So May Sierra, man, you're just so good with it. I don't. I'm pretty good at like looking up like statistics after the fact, but it's like never really realized like in the moment like how cool something is. Although I wouldn't say May Sierra counts as being a cool title reign because I feel like she's probably defended it like 2 or 3 times. But still, she's eight. Wait, so 85 days away from Azumi's reign. Oh well, they'll probably at this point they gotta get like let her tease that she's gonna get close. You'd think. I mean, how do you not? How the hell do I find out? Oh, 1v1. Man, this cage match is confusing to me. Trying to find like Natsupoi one-on-one matches with Starlight Kid. Here we go. 1, 2. So they've had 8 matches. Okay, remember that. Oh, oh, okay. Maybe I should just. Maybe I'll put title matches. Sorry, I was reading.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep, yep. Oh, that's a lot. I'm out reading through 47 matches, but yeah, there's more. Well,
Stop. We got there is so much Starlight Kid, dude. This might end up being a two-parter. Oh my god.
nah, Neo Genesis is coming up. So so I counted like the artist. She's taken pretty much every title. Actually, let me look up Natsupoi. Has there been a title that Starlight hasn't stolen from her? One, two, three, four.
I didn't
The
realize
only
I
belt.
was actually shocked to find out how decorated Starlight was until you like just as simple as bringing up her Wikipedia and looking up championships and accomplishments, and it's just like boom stacked.
Natsupoi is a 7-time champion in Stardom, and Starlight Kid has taken 5 of her titles away. The only
That
championships
is
that
nuts.
Natsupoi hasn't lost to Starlight Kid has been her 2 tag team titles, one with Tam Nakano and one with Sayori.
Wow, how do you like that?
Also, if you think about that, how do you lose the tag team titles with Sayori and Tam Nakano? That seems like a you problem.
um, I thought it'd be fun to bring up because it might be around this time. We talked about that. Well, what else did she do in Oedo Tai? She was the Is that when she had the artist belt? Like with one of the coolest teams of all time? Wasn't that like Momo Kashima? No, didn't. Bring up her. She had
And
a
they have the
cool
most
trios belt there around this time too.
and they had the best tag team, by the way, or best tag team name, like really creative, Momosaki Kid.
There it is. Yep. And they had the whole young OED thing, and there was a moment where Starlight, I mean, she was the leader of that group. Like Oedo Tai was really fun to watch. They were the cool bad guys, right? Not the annoying House of Torture type bad guys. They were really fun to watch during that time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Chris brings it up. The inaugural, it's probably around this time. The inaugural New Blood Tag Team Champions with Karma.
Oh, yep, yep. I kind of
I
skipped
almost
over
forgot
that,
that
but
it even happened because I don't. Yeah,
it
because I haven't
actually
watched New Blood in a long time. So yeah, I forgot about it too. But like, yeah, that was actually really cool because Karma was nuts. And remember though, that was Starlight's show. It felt like New Blood was made for Starlight. She closed every damn show. It was amazing.
is there a reason
Now it's
why
Rena's
the
show.
is there a reason why the Spark Joshi champion isn't main eventing every single New Blood show?
I was also gonna say, don't. Well, that's more recent, but don't hate on the one of the greatest Spark Joshi champions of all time, Starlight Kid.
It is unarguable that Starlight Kid is the greatest Spark Joshi champion of all time. She's undefeated. The undefeated Spark Joshi champion. I'll have you know.
Also, never defended the belt.
Wow.
She
It's
also
pretty
never
cool.
won a defense.
It's pretty cool. I wish I could
Well,
do that.
that's literally the undisputed belt. If it's undisputed, what are we fighting for? Starlight was like, I'm not fighting.
Well, what's the opposite of
She wa-
that? She's still. It's like CM Punk is the longest reigning AEW champion. He's at like 800 and something plus days. Starlight Kid, as far as I'm concerned, is still the Spark Joshi champion. She's the real Spark Joshi champion. She never lost the belt.
You made a silly point or a common sense point at this past Spark show in WrestleMania week where Hazuki won, but Starlight was also in this show. Like, let just let them
Sorry.
fight. Like, because I think I caught you by surprise because I remember you being like, "Man, it's too bad Starlight wasn't on here to just like defend the belt or
No,
something."
it
And we're
was
like,
worse than that
"Oh,
because
she
they
like
used the
opened the
same.
show."
They were in the same building because basically it's like they probably just got a good rate for the build because the ring's already set up. It was WrestleMania weekend. Stardom had a show at noon. Starlight Kid wrestled there, and then like Stardom had a show at like noon, and then they had the Spark Joshi show at like 7 p.m. or whatever. And it's like Starlight Kid also wrestled there, and she technically like she, it's blowing my mind even right now. Like it's hard for me to even say it. How does she wrestle twice in the same day, in the same building, for the same company, and not defend the belt? She like lost the belt, got stripped from her because she didn't want to defend it.
Dude, that's so fucking funny, isn't it? Our friend Grizz was there. Grizz, you should share. Actually, you should DM it to me too. I'd like to put it in the show notes. Your Instagram. He takes like the best photos in the world, and he took a bunch of photos of that weekend too. So just a quick shout out to Starlight's #1 fan, Grizz. What else did she do with the Oedo Tai before we move on, other than get herself kicked out?
Don't know.
I said before we, well, I know we jumped Spark because I love Spark, but what did Starlight? Was there anything else worth covering in Oedo Tai before we move on?
Um.
Before she got herself kicked out? And well, actually, I did the thing again where I ask you a question and then some just jogged in my memory. This was about the same time where remember that like I have it framed, I have it somewhere. Like the only time PWI magazine was great was when they had all the Stardom girls on the cover. That year, Starlight Kid was 9. She was in the top 10 in 2022 in PWI. You just got up. Are you going to get it? Juno's got it. Show and tell, baby. The greatest
Oh,
PWI book of all time.
yeah, she was number 9, and then the next year she like probably I don't even think she made the list, so I had to fix it.
Oh, I forgot she was on the cover.
Yeah, she actually
That's
made
even
the
crazier.
she actually made shit. She actually
That was
made the
the year
cover.
like fucking Utami or someone was or Utami. That was a year, man. Utami and I think obviously Shuri would have been up there that year. What a fun year.
Yeah, that was the year she made the cover, of course. The PWI, baby. Does that say men's
Nuts,
500?
dude.
No, that just says that's the woman's copy. It's definitely not a different, better magazine.
Oh, that is different. Yeah, the one I had is like it's like the top 100 goes Stardom or something like that. And I think Shuri was on the. Yeah, I definitely have a different cover than you have, but I like your cover. Or
Yeah,
did you
because
cut? Is this the one you said you cut and pasted? You made your own
yes,
cover?
yes.
Oh, Judo and your arts and crafts. Judo made his own. Made his own. Made his own PWI. I was like, that doesn't look like mine. That's so fucking funny, dude. Oh,
Well, where's Starlight?
yeah. Shuri #1. That had to be 2022. Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. Only you take a handful of magazines, cut and paste them into one awesome magazine.
Well, I mean, it their rankings did disgust me, so I had to do something about it. You know what's funny
uh,
is I don't even have a PWI. I threw it out. It's like it literally I threw them all out because it annoyed me so much.
Oh, I just like the cover so much. I framed the cover, and then I actually framed one and gave it to a pizza boy. That happens. You show off your Tommy arts and crafts. We got to finish this show proper before we're not ready to fall down the craziness yet.
What now?
It's cutting through the green screen. You can just like see your head looking over you every now and again. Oh, that's funny as fuck, dude. So let's go.
There we go.
Oh, the Ring Plus magazines. Oh yeah, PW Ring Plus is so cool. Good call, Chris. Uh, yeah, you don't need a background, dude. Your fucking regular background is your fucking room's cool. It's got Utami behind you. Your room's fucking cool. Uh, so Oedo Tai kicks Starlight out. Why did they do that?
Because she lost the match and she was a loser.
And
Actually, I
they
don't know
just
why they
stopped her.
kicked her
It
out.
was
Oedo
like
Tai. Funny enough about Oedo Tai is like they're like the biggest bitches in like all of Stardom, but they're usually pretty supportive of their own members. Like it's actually kind of wholesome, like unironically. So it's like it was actually a huge shock when they like Queen's Quest versus Oedo Tai. Oh man, now I have to go a little bit into like Saya Kamatani and Utami and Aphrodite,
yeah, you
and
sort of do because
they win the
I
Goddess
almost
Tag
forgot this
League
was.
and
I forgot this was the same match. Is why I'm interrupting. The same match that Utami and Saya. Is that the cage match? Oedo Tai versus like the infamous Oedo Tai versus Queen's Quest cage match? Is that the same match that Starlight gets kicked out in?
well, that's why yeah. So Utami and Saya Kamatani, like the greatest tag team of all time, they win tag league and they win the tag team titles and then they lose the tag team titles and Saya is
Oh,
bitchy about it and she blames Utami and then everyone starts blaming Utami for being like for no reason, like literally no reason. And then like
oh, that was Kashima.
they all just start leaving her in the
Roughlos.
ring and she starts crying after like their matches. And then it comes to like a Oedo Tai is always great at just like, blood in the water and they challenge him to a match. It's a pretty weird stipulation where you knew some funny business was going to happen where it's like a steel cage match, all of Oedo Tai versus all of Queen's Quest, and there's weapons in the ring, so it's like a hat on a hat and a hat. But the stipulation was the last person left in the ring is kicked out of the faction. So like everyone's all the focus is on like who it's like who in Queen's Quest is gonna like lose this match and be kicked out. And it's like the whole story is like Utami helping all her teammates out and being a good leader. And then it comes down to oh no, what did
I
they
got him
do?
mixed up too. The end was
Kashima got
Kashima.
kicked out.
Yeah, that was Kashima's match, but I wasn't gonna let you stop waxing poetic because I know that's one
I'm
of your
like
favorite matches of all time. That's one of your favorite stories of all time.
yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking it was Starlight. Well, because she got kicked out. How did
I'm
Starlight get
looking it up
kicked
too.
out?
She basically got kicked out. It looks like just because Tora got
Well, I know it was
jealous.
around
Tora
time of
comes
like,
back and it's just like, "You're not with us anymore. Bye.
wasn't it around the time
We
like they
need
got a
soldiers."
wasn't it like when they like basically she got her like Thekla was joined them and she turned on like messed up Mina? Was that around the same time? Like they got their new toy?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
So
it, I mean, it was the same year, around the same time, so they were kind of changing it up with the Oedo Tai. I got them mixed up. I'm like going through this whole story in my head, and then I'm like, wait, at the end, I'm like, right as you were saying that, I'm like, yeah, at the end it was like Tora and it was like Utami and Saya versus Tora and Saki Kajima. Also, something I never thought about is like and also this is the SLK show, but it ends up being like Saki Kashima is the last one to leave. She's last one stuck in the cage, but like Tora, who's like their leader, just totally like abandons her partner, and then they all blame her, like Saki Kashima, and like beat her. Man,
Super producer says you had the timing right. Thekla joins. They throw out Starlight. Confirmed.
confirmed.
All this happens April of 2024. Doesn't it feel like forever ago? I mean, I guess it's over a year ago, but Jesus, it feels like Neo Genesis has been around forever. Starlight's kicked out of Oedo Tai. She goes freelance, sort of. She ends up going into she does the Spark thing. She wrestles a few shows in America. She even says in one of her interviews, like, well, I could go other places, but I still have work to do in Stardom. She's a company girl. You got to respect that. There's even points, one of my, where she starts teasing going to different groups. You would know, you wrote a beautiful article uh, during this time about Starlight Kid and her possible wasted potential. She is sort of teasing, is she going to go back with Mayu? There is a point where I thought she was going to team up with Tam. Tam is like whispering into her caddy or every other show. It was hilarious.
Yeah, uh, she was doing TikTok dances with Mina and tag teaming with the Cosmic Angels and doing their dances, and this is like Darth Vader doing Fortnite emotes with like Kermit the Frog. I don't know. It's like, what am I watching? Like her, like 2 years before this, she's literally like, not only am I beating Natsupoi to a pulp in the ring, stealing her title, I'm gonna step on her head, take the mic, and make her cry. And now she's like saying that, you know what? I'm gonna tag team with you, Natsupoi, and their tag team name is just Mutual Love. And then,
Oh, I actually got it wrong. Hold on. I don't want to put you on the spot. Your article was Starlight Kid, wasted opportunity or limitless potential. I said it wrong. I had to clear the air.
oh, both, probably.
A little bit of both.
You know what's cool is when I asked like Gemini, whatever you call it, AI a question, and I can see my own wording in the prompt. Like, yeah, I agree with that part for sure.
Yeah, it's awesome when they like, because you know all these AIs, all they do is it's just a fancy search engine where
Just
they
copy
just like
paste.
scrape and steal. Yeah, they basically steal stuff from the internet. It's just a search engine, right? So when you actually see your stuff, I was like, yeah, that's fucking cool. And it's cited because now it all has to be cited, so it's like not like
Yeah,
copyright
yeah,
protected. So
yeah.
you see your article from stardomfan.com. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's cited. That's not stealing. Yeah, but that's how the internet works. You're allowed to steal whatever you want as long as you like post a link to it.
That's not 100% true.
Sometimes it's true. When it's the big guys, it's true.
We were once one of the biggest advertisers for Stardom World. Subscribe to the best pound for pound pro wrestling in the world.
Hell yeah.
um, she's freelancing. She ends up creating her own group. This Starlight Kid.
Is it her group?
It is officially her group. I always assumed it was, but then they had that white belt match, which I thought was funny because they did end up having a match, Starlight versus Zumi. Starlight wins, and she's like, "All right, well, I am the leader." And I'm to which I remember laughing afterwards. I think probably with you is like, Azumi just can't win faction leader matches.
Well, she also has this thing where she's never been the leader of any group she's ever been in, but she thinks she is. That's kind of funny.
Dude,
Like,
I think she should have been too. So this is a great spot for her. And, well,
dude, it's like it
I
would
mean,
be
who is
like,
Neo Genesis right now? It almost makes sense.
dude, it's like it'd be like Tully like arguing with Ric Flair over who's the leader of the Four Horsemen. It's like, you know what, Rick? I thought I was the leader. It's like just the level of like
Like,
delusion is kind of
really?
funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like really, you thought you were the leader? Come on, X Pac. Really?
Oh, this is great.
The problem with my background now is I'm not in a classroom anymore.
Yeah, you're not. No, you can cut it down, but then again, uh, Grizz must have clicked off and clicked on because he said, "Oh, Tommy jump scare." All of a sudden, he saw who Tommy on your screen.
Oh, well, that's just weird. Now that's just weird. That's just like a floating head over there. It's like I can't have it both ways.
So we have Starlight Kid, Azumi, Miyu Amasaki, like 3.0. Miyu is stunning right now, and May Sierra are Neo Genesis. This is a group we've talked about, and we've agreed possibly isn't made for us. However, what we learned from our friends who went to Japan, shout out to the boys, the dogs, Chicken, and my number one sexy boy, Jake, is that Neo Genesis has a following, and they have a young following and a young like female following at the shows, and that's amazing. You know, have something for everyone at the shows, and they're doing what they're supposed to do, especially since they got rid of Suzu. Suzu's a founding member, and it's like one of these things was not like the other, and they got rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing isn't it the only thing that's like they're all like the same like age. That's the only reason they're put together. And Suzu's like, yo, I do
I
not belong with these idiots at all.
no, well, I mean, yeah, also, yeah, it worked out for Neo Genesis. It also worked out for Suzu. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you read on the numbers website. The latest article interview with Starlight Kid was awesome, and that's maybe where to end it. Is talking about some of that and where she wants to go forward. But she talks about Neo Genesis and how much fun they're having because they're all like basically literally the same age. They're all the same class, and they're Starlight actually says in the article or in the interview that she feeling like her and May Sierra are talking, and they feel nostalgic about it because May started when training when she was young too, and she's like, "Oh, we're just acting like goofy little kids again," which I mean, there's a market for it, and good for them. They're having fun. They're going out doing photo booths and drinking coffee and doing all this awesome stuff. It's fantastic.
Oh,
They actually, you know what they remind me of, and I don't know, it might just be stupid, is like almost like Charlie's Angels, because they come out and they all like do a dance and a skit or something, and it just reminds me of like an old school like Charlie's Angels type of thing. So they must have maybe they have some sort of stuff like that.
well, that seems
Um,
like a video.
compare the Charlie's Angels with
Oh,
just wait, just
yo,
wait. In
oh
90
my
days,
god.
the videos will be back.
Why'd they break him up? Why'd they break up Suzu at this point? You made a good like she doesn't she
Oh, she was Bosley the whole time.
yeah, she could be the straight man. It's like she doesn't have to be as goofy as them. It's like it could have
That's
been
good.
Suzu's Angels. Now, actually, that's a
Perfect.
good question. Whose Angels are it now? Is it Sayori's Angels? I really think it's Kurara's the leader. Kurara's definitely the glue.
Boy's the white belt champ.
But what did I have? Oh, I had a couple of like things. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
let's go
she's
because I have some stuff on sort of the future and where Starlight's going too. I have a bunch of thoughts, so let's knock it out. What do you got?
look up. Hang on. I had this written down, but it's like I'm just gonna look it up a different way.
While you're doing that, maybe this
Uh,
will also spark.
okay,
Look up.
Starlight Kid.
I loved this latest article. Maybe I'll put it in the show notes, but like we said, other sports graphic numbers web, the best sports website on like on the internet in the world. Uh, so in the last, the article and interview starts with basically Starlight saying, "Of course, I'm jealous of Saya Kamatani. I should be getting all the media attention Saya Kamatani has."
Oh,
And Starlight says, "I like." She goes on, and she's got paragraphs just stating how, yeah, well, when I win the 5-star, I am so looking forward to that double championship match. How cool is my mask gonna look like with a crown on it? Like Starlight is calling her shot. Like, what is the future of Starlight? Granted, she's like 2-1-1 right now as we record in the 5-star, but she wants to. I think I'm the more I think about it, I want it too. Starlight is pushing. She's trying. She wants Starlight Kid versus Saya Kamatani in Queendom like bad for the double championship. And you know
see
what?
now
I
I'm
sort of want
wondering.
that too.
Now I'm wondering, does the crown go like cover the cat ears completely, or is it like sit like on top of the head and the little cat ears are sticking up?
Is it built in? Is it like a built-in like
Oh, are there
new
holes?
sort of
Does
thing?
it stick through? Maybe a Cinderella, and then I'm thinking maybe a Cinderella tiara would be better. Do you think if she won the Cinderella, okay, what am I even asking? Of course, if Starlight Kid wins the Cinderella tournament, she's coming out with a different mask on. There's no way she's wearing the same mask, right? She's
Five
got to have
star.
a second one.
Oh yeah, well that's we never even talked about her mask history. Do you want to hit that? Your passion for that's amazing. Like she has a mask for every show. When she's in America, she has an American flag. Like every show, she has a special Starlight mask. Like it's insane. I had I had some weird number up here. There's something along the lines of in the past 2 years alone, she's had 81 different masks.
I think she's got a problem.
Dude,
And
right?
from like interviews from other wrestlers, like Saya Kamatani, who's like my gear used to suck, but now it's good because she's like, yeah, you have to pay for her own gear. That's not cheap. Why aren't they selling these masks? Well, first of all, why isn't she just reselling like her worn masks? And second of all, why aren't they not selling them in the merch store? I don't know.
It's insanity.
They're just allergic to money. I don't get it. But Starlight Kid
Well,
is a two-time, I was going to say, artist of Stardom champion, future of Stardom champion, a goddess of Stardom champion, new blood tag team champion, Spark Joshi champion, high speed champion, and the current Wonder of Stardom champion.
Juno, she is a current double champion. You for like it's very easy to forget about the artists of Stardom. They haven't divided I think the trios have been defended twice. And I don't even think she comes out with that second belt half the time. But yes, Starlight Kid is currently a double champion. To which like I also am shocked to realize as we were joking about Neo Genesis for a moment there, how strong are they? They have the Wonder Belt, they have the Artist Belt, they have the High Speed Belt, they have the Future Belt. They have everything but the Red Belt. Well, and the Tag Team Belt.
Well, for now, she's saying she's going to win the 5-star and be a double champ, triple champ. She doesn't even remember. She's already a double champ. She doesn't remember she's the tag team champion. Can't blame
I
me.
think she that interview I was reading, she said that's not a it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. She's gonna win the 5-star and then be a double champion. They don't have the future belt? Oh, is my thing wrong? Did me Oh, that's right. Miyu lost. Well, they used to have a future belt. Thank you, super producer again. Well, they had the future belt. I forgot. Hina's fucking the next in ancestor to do this.
Okay, yeah. So the Neo, they literally did steal the Neo belt. Like that's the high speed belt. That's so funny. Um. Okay. So let's see. I mean, you can cut this out, but I had like a few things. A lot of them are just copy pasted from like different articles I was reading from her over the years. I mean, we covered a few
Awesome.
of it, so. Mm, but there's some we covered a little bit, but some of them like just copying like word for word, like the little details are kind of funny. Like, uh, her home was filled with like pro wrestling DVDs, like up to like the age of 10. Then she went to a Cork and Hall show independently, realizing that junior high and elementary school kids can get seats for 1,000 yen, which is like $6 or $7. So that's pretty
They still
funny.
do that.
Yeah. She admits like hating going to school as an elementary student, often crying before attending. Though she was fine when she arrived, she disliked studying, confessing that her grades were abysmal. Uh, she didn't mind secondary subjects like physical education or home economics. I'm like, yeah, because she's total sense. Like she's a wrestler who likes to make her own masks. In high school, she would cram the night before. Um, she's uncomfortable in large groups of friends, which is like funny that she's like such a public figure. Like her group now is literally just being friends with like girls her age, preferring small gatherings of just a couple of people, finding groups of five or more exhausting, which is why they kicked out Suzu.
One of the reasons.
She has a brother who is 5 years her junior. So, he could always be on he could be a young lion for all we know. I like how it's like when they were young they were close when little, but not particularly close when they grew older, and now they live apart. Do, 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 do. Oh, so yeah, the mask obviously a clear boundary between her public and private selves. This offers a unique perspective on the psychology behind wrestlers, she says. Outside the ring, she enjoys eating meat, particularly grilled ribs, skirt steak, beef tongue, and tenderloin. She has a fondness for sweets, which she says are dangerous. She wants to do an all together show for all the Joshi promotions, drawing inspiration from the All Together Again show that happened, featuring the male promotions. She participated in the 60th Cork and Hall anniversary show, which brought wrestlers from all different organizations. That's like she wants to have. That's pretty cool motivation, right? And I'm kind of like ranting, which is so much.
No, dude, you're giving a great in summary. This is like the best conclusion we can get. I'm not gonna just cut out your notes. This is awesome. This is anything we might have missed, and then some.
Let's see. A notable non-wrestling incident that vividly highlights her personality occurred when she unapologetically slapped the Bushi Road owner, Kidani, at a shareholders meeting. She publicly stated that this action was on behalf of all the shareholders, citing the company's 300 million yen deficit, and made him promise to turn a profit. That was pretty good. Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember that? I feel like I shared that.
I don't, but it could have been at one of those moments where maybe it was a social media minute.
Yeah, she slapped the owner of the company after he said that they were like losing money.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think that was pretty much it.
Well, let's end it with a like. What are your thoughts on Starlight? I want to say real quick. I gotta stop that habit. I ask you a question and then I answer it.
Yeah,
before we get to
it's
your
more
thoughts
like
on Star.
I start
It's
asking
more
you
like
a question.
I'm asking myself a question. It's like I'm asking myself the question I want you to ask me. Apparently, hey, at least I'm learning that I do this like every week, and then like I'm slowly trying to wind it down. So at least I'm calling myself out for it. But my quick conclusion before you finish up is, dude, like I've been hot and cold on Starlight for a long time, and like she's definitely a roller coaster ride, but like there's definitely more positive to the point where I think my cold times with her is when I don't understand why she's losing. Like when I don't understand why she's losing the future belt to Azumi. Like shit, when I don't understand why she's losing to anybody except for maybe she should have lost Arena this year. But it's like because she's so fucking good and she's super unique, and that's something like you don't see. And it's not just the mask,
Mm.
like her her wrestling style's unique, and the fact she said this in an interview too. She still even in Neo Genesis considers herself the bad guy. Like if even if she was going against Saya Kamatani, she says that Starlight considers herself the bad guy in that. Now she's
Oh,
dressing in brighter colors because Starlight says she likes pastel colors. So, you
yeah.
know, sometimes bad guys like pink. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, like I saw Sai Kamatani went on some Japanese show and she's sitting there like singing and dancing and doing like J-pop songs and like she got asked about it in an interview about like, yo, so it's like you got this new attitude change. You're basically like I don't know how you want to describe her new personality. It's like being a demon, like just trying to make other people cry, I think is the way she put it. And she goes, "Yeah, I mean, that's still true. I'm still like a queen, but my it's like I have other dreams." She's like, "I wanted to be an idol at one point." So it's like that's pretty cool to sing on TV. Like you can still it's like you can still be the same person, just a little different.
Yeah. It's like she's still basically maybe she comes across as friendlier because she's got friendlier people around her. Starlight does. Um, but you know, just because she's dressed in pastels and bright colors doesn't mean she's still something was unlocked on her when she went from stars to a Oedo Tai, and that cocky, confident Starlight Kid is really what I think puts it over the edge and puts her in a top five role for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she lost. She's not as good a babyface as she used to be, and she lost all her edge as a bad guy. So she's in this weird thing. It's like she's trying to. It's like you can't put lightning back in a bottle. It's like you can't be the same baby face. First of all, it's like you could tell she's like working out or whatever. She looks like she put on like 30 pounds. So it's like you can't be the same scrawny kid that you used to be as fighting from underneath, especially when you've won every single championship that there is to win, basically. So I don't know. She's in a weird spot. But
How do you see her going forward? One of the aces of the company.
one of the
I
four
mean,
pillars, as some might say.
yeah, I mean, she's unique. I mean, eh, you touched on it earlier. I mean, as far as self promotion and company promotion, does anybody TikTok better than she does, or would any of her? Like, she's really good at everything.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know what else to
Can I
say.
thank our friends?
Yeah,
No, no, that's good. I know it's the awkward thing where I'm like, well, I'm waiting for you to say something. You're waiting for
I'm
me to say
always, it's like I
something. So
always want there to be one, like, good line or something, but I don't know.
well, I mean, we could. I mean, if Grizz is still in chat, we can say like, what do you have to say about Starlight? You Starlight super fan, dude. Well, she's unique. She's fun. She's really good. All right. And
She is delicious. She is the best. She is number one.
You know what
So,
also that is all true of? And and she makes little kids cry, apparently, to Superfan Grizz. Well done. You know what else is number one, and what else is equally delicious is StardomFan.com, and that's where you can find everything we can do. And if you like supporting the podcast that you like to listen to, like our friend and top kawaii of the universe Grizz did, you can go to StardomFan.com, click on the Ko-fi, subscribe to the Patreon. YouTube is going to have the videos, and that's where the live stream is going to happen. A couple days after will be the podcast up on YouTube, and wherever you find your podcast, and on StardomFan.com. Juno, is there anything else you would like to say? Did you want to go to Discord and watch a match, or is it getting late?
um, hang on. I'm trying. Keep
It might
talking.
be getting a little bit late. No, I was gonna say, well, what do you think about our next show? I don't really care to do a current event show until the 5-star is into brackets. Then I think it'd be fun for us to do a bracket show. So is there anything or anyone left in chat that is interested in a topic? Is there a wrestler you'd like to do next week on next Tuesday? I just, it doesn't have to
No.
be set in stone. I just, because we talked, it's
Whatever.
funny, we talked about this yesterday, and Starlight was easy because we've watched a lot of Starlight. So it wasn't like some of our in the past where we, like a Risa, where I've never seen her. So it was like literally watching. So it would be nice, if there's someone or someone anyone wants to listen to, or for us to talk about next week, to have more than a 1 day's notice.
Yeah.
But we did a great job. Tonight was awesome. Welcome back, Stardom Fan 2.0.
I'm trying to get. I keep trying to get like ChatGPT to give me like a dad joke that'll make me groan to like end the show.
Oh, I know. Well, I was gonna do dad joke of the week, but you fucking not only did you no sell it, but you made me feel bad for even saying it. You can go into our Discord for it.
What did you say?
I don't know. I started it off with it last year. Um, or last week. Usually my boy IFAM is the best. Put him up there.
All right.
All right, well, he takes me. Oh, I mean, come on. He's like, I always take my problems to Tommy. I'm like, Tommy? He's like, yeah, because he'll figure something out.
Ha ha ha.
How do you turn this shit off?
Well, that's our show for today, folks. I had a great time talking about wrestling, but it's time for me to go. I've got to run home and check on my cat. He's been on the computer all day, just trying to keep an eye on the mouse. Thanks, guys.
Did you?
All right.
I just want to know. Did you prompt a goofy way to close the show? Because that was awesome. And you did the voice I do. You change your voice when you're reading something that's not from yourself.
Turn this shit off.
Turn this shit off.
See you on Discord.
Oh,
Link
did you
in
want
the
to watch?
description
Wait,
below.